How's it going, YouTube? I'm making a video today about Storm of Ragnarok. I kind of wanted to go over some cards that might have been overlooked or maybe not as popular as the Samurais or Nordic cards. So I'm just going to go over some cards that you guys might not have seen, so let's get started. First is Vortex the Whirlwind. Now, at first it doesn't seem that good, but I think it helps out Blackwings a little bit. I mean, Shura into Vayu, you could get Vortex the Whirlwind, so pretty easy to get out. And, you know, if it dies, you get another Blackwing, so I think it has some promise to be used in Blackwing, so we'll see how that one turns out. I don't really have much, like, high hopes for it or anything, but it's possible that it could be used. Next is Elemental Hero Ice Edge. Now, it's a water, 3 stars, 800, 900, not very good stats, but it being water and Elemental Hero made me look at it. And its effect is, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by direct attack, you can select one set card in your opponent's spell trap zone and destroy it. And also, once per turn during your main phase, you can discard one card to allow this card to attack directly this turn. So, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it has really low stats, but it has the option of blowing up a spell and trap, which is obviously pretty good, and especially in a format pretty soon where we're going to have, 3 Solemn Warnings manned, if not, right now. And I like the discard during main phase 1 to make it attack directly, too. I mean, you can summon it in front of a big threat, with protection, obviously, and discard a Malicious or something like that, and, get in there and break up a back row or something, and then next turn push with your Malicious and a Diva or something. There's a lot of plays you can do with Ice Edge, I think he's really cool, and he's definitely going to replace Ocean in, in Zero. So if you guys look what he looks like, he looks pretty sweet, too. He's like Zero Jr. So, next one, Temple of the Six. You might be like, why? We have 3 Gateway, 3 Six Samurai United. Why is this card good? Well, as you know, the ban list is coming up pretty soon, and I highly doubt they're going to leave Gateway untouched. So that'll be, a damper on their Bushido counter holder. So I think, with Temple of the Six, being able to store Bushido counters by having monster or Samurai's normal or special summoned, gets a Bushido counter, you'll be able to remove it from another place and actually fill the void. Not as good as Gateway, but it'll fill the void from losing a Gateway or 2 Gateways if, something like that happens in the ban list. So, I think that's good. Pretty solid. And plus, if this card does get popular, you might be able to pick up a lot of them really cheap and then get rid of them really high. So, like, if you see them at locals or something, just pick them up. People won't expect them to be worth anything. So, if you can get them while they're really light or, really low in price, and then turn them around when the ban list happens, that's pretty huge. And next you got Scrapbreaker. It has like a Cyber Dragon-esque, effect. Your opponent has a monster, special summon them. And it also blows up a monster on, like a scrap monster on your side of the field, which is pretty good. I mean, you can, have all these effects going on with him coming out. So, and plus it's easier to get out that Atomic Scrap Dragon with this guy being around, but I don't really know how viable Atomic's going to be. I doubt he's going to be any good at all, but, we'll see. That's all I got on Scrapbreaker. Next is Maxi. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about this, but I kind of just wanted to, like, it's not overlooked or anything like that, because a lot of people are wanting it, but I just kind of wanted to talk about this card for a second. Obviously, you can activate this effect during your opponent's turn by sending this card from your hand to the graveyard. This turn, each time your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, draw 1 card. You can only activate Maxi once per turn. Okay. Well then. It's, I really don't know what to say about this card. Like, in some situations it'll be really good. You're playing against, some decks and they special summon a lot, so you'll either draw a lot of cards or stop them for the turn. So, it all depends on how you look at it. Depending on what players you're playing against too. If you're playing against a samurai player and they special summon a grandmaster, and you discard this and draw your card, they might just stop with their turn. I really don't see why you would just keep pushing and special summoning when they have this card active. Like, why give your opponent the extra advantage if you discarded Maxi? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a cool idea, sure, and it will like almost stop a turn, definitely, if they're worried about you drawing cards, but you know, I don't see it being like that huge of an impact, really. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's extremely possible this card could get really good for some reason, but you know, we'll see though. I mean, I see why it's good, but I can also see flaws in it and why it like would be almost a waste of space in a side deck or something if you try to side it in. They, you know, if they just stop their turn, it's like, what was the point of discarding that? I guess stopping the turn is important, sure, but you know, you see what I mean. Next is Forbidden Lance. This card I don't think was overlooked either, but I kind of wanted to talk about this card too. I kind of like it, but you know, at the same time, I kind of have like some guff with it. Select one face-up monster on the field. Until the end phase, it loses 800 attack, but is unaffected by the effects of other spell and trap cards. I like that it's a quick play. I like that it can target any monster on the field, so like it makes as like a mini shrink almost. So I mean, you can use it as an option. That's one of the reasons I like this card, is because you have options and it has like versatility. Like, but I only see this being played in Gladiator Beast. I mean, Gladiator Beasts have the room to flex only if they're not playing like a Prisma build, because then you have to dedicate room to Tigers and stuff like that. So that would be a problem, trying to fit those in a Tiger build. So there's that. But other decks, I really don't see benefiting from this card. I mean, I guess you could argue gadgets or something like that when you're trying to push, but still, I really don't see, you know, it being that great. And other things, I mean, maybe, but like, it would just be a tech, and like, it would just lose consistency of your deck, like, all besides Gladiator Beast. I mean, this card is good in Gladiator Beast, obviously. Like, being able to get in there and tag out is very important. So I mean, other than that, I really don't see how this card is going to be, you know, breaking the meta or anything like that. And I don't think it will, but, you know, this card has some hype to it right now. But, it's well-deserved, but I don't think it's extremely good. I mean, Gladiators are happy, but I think that is all that is affected by that. Okay, guys, that was the Storm Ragnarok review. I mean, I didn't go into any samurais like Kazan or Kagamashu or anything like that, because you obviously know what those do, and you don't want to see the 100th video of samurais or how to deal with samurais or whatever, because, I mean, it's obvious what is out there already. So, I mean, if you don't, look at somebody else's video, because I don't think you want me to make videos about samurais and how retarded broken they are. So, yep. And, I'm going to try to put up a new deck profile this week. I mean, I'm really busy with school right now. I mean, like, it's a normal excuse, but I'm really busy. Like, I have a lot of essays due this week and all kinds of stuff, and they're all in a foreign language, so like that takes just as long, or if not longer, than a regular essay. So I have that to worry about. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a deck profile. I'm leaning towards like Lightsworn or Gladiator Beast, but I'm gonna really try to get something new for you guys. Like, I thought about actually making a Flame Veil deck, because like it's a cool engine, like Flame Veil mixed with Stardust Assault, because I've always kind of wanted to try that, but you know, never really had the time or motives to want it. But now, since I have you guys to share videos with, maybe you guys will find it cool too. So until next time, YouTube. Oh yeah, Super Bowl Sunday today. Let's go Steelers, from Pennsylvania, so obviously big Steelers fan. So how about them Steelers? Let's try to get a 7th Super Bowl. But I don't want to start a war here in my comment section, or maybe I do. Maybe I'll get views or something. But you know, comment, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help me out, get me out there in the community, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.